It's your boy, Mr. LeVar, and this is the Barz with LeVar Podcast. Appreciate y'all for pulling up and sitting down with your folk. First, I got to say, yeah, episode 1, baby. Now look, I'm gonna need y'all to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the podcast, and if you haven't done it already, go to barzwithlevar.com and get that merch I got on deck. So, what is Barz with LeVar, you ask? I'm glad you asked. You know what this is. It's a low-key, intimate sit-down where I invite y'all to join me each week where I do candid interviews with either myself or a featured guest, and we dive into the artistry, creativity, and processes of creating music. So this is the way the format gonna go. Questions gonna pop up on the screen that I'm gonna get from comments, DMs, and lives, and you gonna get some real, on-the-spot, dead-ass answers. After the Q&As, we're gonna wrap up the episode by performing either one of my songs or the featured guest is gonna do a performance of their own song. We're gonna leave one verse open during the performance, and this will be a part of the hashtag Open Verse Challenge. Now what you're gonna do is leave a comment, tell me which up-and-coming artist or celebrity artist you can see performing on that song that we showcase. Then you're gonna tag that artist as well as Barz with LeVar. Also use the hashtag Open Verse Challenge. Share this video with that artist and everyone else you know. With that being said, let's get into the Q&As. Man, you know, really, my passion about music and getting on in the industry, you know what I mean? It shows me how hard it is to get on as an independent artist, an up-and-coming artist, and especially in this time, day and age when everything is blowing up on social media and it's usually a gimmick, right? So I'll continue to do it the old school way. I sit down, I do my own lyrics, I do my own editing, my own mixing and mastering, XYZ. I do it from beginning to end. The only thing I don't really do is make beats, which I can do that too. I just really don't. But with that being said, I moved here September 5th, 2023 to Vegas. And when I moved out here, they gave me 10 days for my day off, right? For days off to find me a crib. So in them 10 days, the first thing I did was set up my TV tray that I put my computer on. I set up the mic and I went to work. Like I legit did 14 songs in that 10 days. And people was like, how the fuck you do that? Like how you just write so many goddamn songs in 10 days? Well shit, I did it again. In February of this year, 2024, I did a performance, which I get to that later, but I did a performance for Super Bowl weekend. And that next weekend, I started on Friday. I legit made 16 songs in 19 days, and same reaction. Like, how the fuck you do that? Like, nigga, you just keep coming with hit after hit, song after song, like so quick. I did 4 songs in one day. Shout out to my nigga Markeith. Shout out to my nigga Sean B. You know what I mean? I was blowing their ass up because I did the first song. Sent to the niggas and I was like, yeah, they fuck with this Southern Soul shit. That's what I was on. That's the latest album I got. I'll also talk about that down the road. But I sent it to them, and then like an hour later, I sent them a second song, and then like 3-4 hours later, I sent them a third song. Like I was blowing their ass up. And people was like, again, how do you do that? So I figured, let me do a new podcast where I show the process and I talk about, and I have my featured guests talk about what it takes to actually write a song, what it takes to create whatever music you make, be it a pianist, be it a guitarist, be it a songwriter, be it whatever. If you're in the music industry, those are the people I want to talk to, and that's why I started this podcast, was to give people that inside look to that. That's easy. Shit, my nigga Chris Breezy. That nigga Breezy the truth. Breezy or Trey. Now, low-key real talk, I would say Kels, because that nigga R. Kelly is and was my favorite artist of all time besides Michael Jackson. If I could do a song with that motherfucker, that really be that nigga. But I'm gonna say Breezy, man, because that nigga work ethic is just like mine from what I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? From all the posts he posts, all the songs he write. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the podcast, he was on it, he said he do the same shit. This nigga has hundreds of songs just on his computer on deck, just waiting. And I'm the same way. Like, I got a catalog of shit that just goes for miles. You know what I mean? So I do hashtag Finishing Fridays where I release a new song that is partially finished and or finished, and I ask viewers to tell me if it's a song that's ass and I trash it, or if it's a song that's fine, I finish it. But I can do that because one, I can create so many songs so quickly. But then on top of that, I also have a catalog of music of over 100 songs that's just sitting on my Mac, just waiting. So I would say Breezy, because we in the same lane. I can rap, I can sing, not a dancer. That nigga would have to teach me that. But everything else, songwriting, you know what I'm saying, being a ladies' man, like we have music that's geared towards the females. Like he is an artist that I can see myself working with. So I'd say Breezy. I would probably be a personal trainer. That was the career field I was in before I got into the job that I'm doing now. And that's what I'm passionate about. And since I'm gonna keep it 100 with you and be real, and this is a podcast where we're just gonna be transparent, I got involved in 2 DUIs. Pause. Let me explain that differently. I was hit by a drunk driver twice. And I was 215, 8% body fat roughly the first time I got hit. And that took like 6 years of training for me to get to that point, if not more. And once I got hit the first time, I went from 215 down to like 196. Lost a lot of my muscle. So I got depressed, real talk, if that's what you want to call it. And then fast forward about a year and a half later, I got hit by a drunk driver again. And that dropped me down to like 180. And once I got to that point where I just looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, bruh, this ain't what I worked hard and did all those hours in the gym to look like. Like I was smaller. Was I still bigger than the average person or didn't look like an average person? Yes, but that's not the point. Like I lost my drive to go to the gym. So I would get back to being a personal trainer would be what I would do if I wasn't trying to work on this music. The most embarrassing song, probably a lot of them. Cause low key, I listen to a lot of females. Not saying that that's an issue that I do that, but I got a lot of Casey Musgraves in my playlist. I do listen to Tay Tay. I listen to a whole bunch of her. I can tell you damn near all her albums. Now, would I tell any of my partners that type shit? No. I listen to a lot of music that's outside of what's perceived to be stereotypical, like what I should listen to. You know what I mean? I don't listen to really rap at all. I do rap, but that's not my vibe. I'm a low-key chill person, so a lot of my music I listen to is Southern Soul. I listen to a lot of country. I listen to a lot of R&B. So my playlist is all over the place. I listen to a lot of Hispanic artists. I'm all over the place, but the most embarrassing, it would probably be that. It'd probably be some Casey Musgraves or some Tay Tay. Too easy. Start this shit way earlier. That was my biggest setback. I know I got a God-given talent. I know I got the ability to do what it takes to thrive and succeed in the industry, right? But I was here. I was having a conversation with my lady earlier, actually, about people being in their heads and people not being able to, whatever it looks like. It could be you're worried about what other people think. It could be you're worried about if you're good enough. Pick your thing, right? It could be a lot of things that stop you from doing what you know you're good at and what God gave you the talent to do. And for me, my problem was I'm older, right? I grew up in the generation where we was outside. I grew up in the generation where we played with our partners and them outside all the time, and we on video games and XYZ. This social media wasn't a thing that I grew up with. So when it started popping, and everybody was getting on doing music and doing fitness videos, posting them on social media, whatever platform you want to talk about, I wasn't trying to do that. But to answer the question specifically, I would tell my younger self, don't worry about not wanting to show people what you do on social media. Don't worry about you have to create this content every day. So what? That's what I'm doing now. So I would tell myself that, my younger self that. Nine times out of 10, you're gonna catch me in my studio. That's really all I do. I don't really kick it with partners. I don't really kick it with now females. I don't kick it with outside sources besides my lady. Like, really, you gonna catch me come home at 4 o'clock. I'll go into that studio like 6, 7 o'clock, and I'll be in that motherfucker till about 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then get up to go to work at 6 in the morning. I can do that every day. That's just my life, because I have a goal. I know what I want to accomplish. I know what I want to do. So don't ask me to go to no club. Don't ask me to, you know what I'm saying, go hit the streets, because I ain't about that. You're going to catch me inside because I'm working. Be it by myself or be it with somebody else, another artist. But I'm working. That's what I do. So that's really what my life consists of. Tremendously. Just being real, I go back sometimes and I listen to some of the songs I did when I was like 18, 19. And I'm like, bruh, what the fuck is this? Like, it was not to my liking now, right? But you know how it is when you got yes men in your corner, or you got ladies that just tell you what you want to hear. Like, I'm not saying it was ass, because it absolutely wasn't. But it's definitely not to the caliber of creativity, and the execution is much better now, right? Especially my writing. You know what I mean? So I would definitely say the creativity, the verbiage, the wordplay, and the stories that I tell, much different now than what it was when I was young. Real talk, that was just natural growth, I think, to be honest. And I give praise to the Most High. You know what I mean? He really has given me the ability to elevate my craft, to elevate what I'm good at. It's not really something prompted it. It was more so just natural. I do this every day, literally. And if I'm not doing it on a specific day, it's because I'm actually getting outside doing something different, like going to a concert, going to wherever it is. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to catch me working. That's really what I do. So it just naturally became a better product because I'm good at what I do and I'm passionate about it. Battling the day and age that we're in now with social media, because creating this artwork, doing this music, that ain't the hard part. That's easy as hell. That comes like waking up and brushing your teeth in the morning. You know what I mean? It's having the talent that I got and the work that I have, but I'm battling AI. I'm battling people that blow up off of music that does not sound as appealing as mine does. That's the nice way to say it, just so you know. Those are the things that I would say is, because the part that I don't like about the state of music these days, which will never deter me from doing my music, just to put that out there, you know what I mean? But the part that I don't like is it's so easy for somebody to just come up with one catchy song that sounds like ass. Somebody on TikTok sees it, they make a dance video to it, and now it's got 15 million views. Like, that's what I would say is, because people that actually have real talent and real heartfelt music and music that is appealing to the ear, we don't get noticed as much just because it's not catchy or it's not AI or whatever, pick your thing, right? That's what I would say is. What type of artist am I, and what lane am I going to? I don't have a lane. I say that because you gonna see me today wearing my cowboy hat. I'm always wear my jewels, and I'm always wear something fly, right? Tomorrow, you might see me jade up, which I rarely wear J's just because everybody else do, but you might see me J'd up with a fitted on, repping Atlanta. The day after that, you might catch me in some dress pants with a button down and, you know what I'm saying, my hair out, you know what I mean? So I don't really have a lane because I can do all of them. That's not being arrogant. That's not, you know, tooting my own horn, but I'm saying I can really be wherever I need to be. I'm a Pisces, water, I'm fluid. I can do all of it. Now, with that being said, what type of artist am I? A great one. To answer the question. I mean, that's just being real. I don't know how else to answer the question, you know what I mean? I feel myself. I think everybody should feel themselves. I think every artist, every doctor, every nurse, every nail tech, every janitor, if you do something and you passionate about what you do, you should feel you great about it. So those that tell you shouldn't feel great about it, fuck what they talking about, you know what I mean? That's just the way I was brought up. That was the way I was raised. That was the way that I know. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really ever tell me to be that person. But if I gotta answer the question, what kind of artist I'm in, I'm a great one. I'm an R&B artist at heart though, real talk. You know what I mean? That's really my lane if I gotta pick a lane. You know what I mean? I do R&B, Southern Soul. I can tap into literally any lane. If you go and listen to my album that's on all platforms called Now or Never, you'll hear rap, you'll hear some live lit shit for the club, you'll hear R&B, you'll hear country, you'll hear pop. All of my pieces of work that I put out will never have just one lane on it, because I don't put myself in that box. It's always gonna have something different. Even if it's just one or two songs of something different, you'll always hear something different from me because I'm that type of artist. I can just do what I do. I'm trying to be worldwide, so I gotta appeal to all those people that's out there. I'm always working on bettering my craft. I will always do that. So that's what I'm currently working on, is working on coming up with better content. Working on, I can't even say better, I'm gonna say being consistent with the content. I'm working on my music daily. The latest thing that I'm working on musically is this podcast. I am doing this so that way I can help other artists as well as myself, those that I know, get on and, you know, do what they love to do and be passionate about. So the latest thing is this podcast. But shit, real talk, I'm always working on this music. That's it. That's what I do. Sheesh. A favorite song? I wish I could pick a favorite song, but I really can't. I say that because if anybody that knows me, they know I feel almost all my music. And that's just being real. Look, my gal will tell you, and I ain't even playing sort of like, she'll tell you, I'll make a song today. And matter of fact, I'm even use in reference when I said I had made that last album and I had like 16 songs on it in 19 days, right? I'll make the first song and I'll either, if she ain't home, I'll hit her, or actually at that time she wasn't home, which I haven't released this album yet, but there's a song on there called Take Me Back. That song was a song that I actually wrote for her, right? We was going through. I told her, you know what I'm saying, let's take a breather. And I heard this beat, and when I heard it, something about Take Me Back came to mind. So I'm writing a song talking about, I know I told you can leave, but shout, I was just playing. I ain't really mean that shit. Like, come on back home, you know what I mean? Like, I said get the fuck out, but I ain't really mean get the fuck out. I just said that in the midst of me being angry, and I was on that juice. That juice had me talking that shit, but I ain't really mean it. So I wrote a song about it. So I sent it to her, and I'm like, bruh, this shit hit. Then I made another song like a day later or 2 days later. And I'm like, ooh, shout, this shit hit. So anybody that know me know the majority of the music that I make is my favorite song in that moment. But if I gotta be honest and say like what song of mine do I listen to the most, is probably either my best. That's probably the one that I say I personally have listened to the most. I haven't listened to it in a while because, again, I make so much that there's just too much to listen to all the time. But my best probably would be my favorite song, which is on all major platforms. Go and get that on Spotify, iTunes, Apple, wherever you listen to your music. Go and get that. Just look up Now or Never album. Man, you can expect some real ass conversations, you know what I mean? Just straight talk about the grind, the inspiration, the failures, the successes, transparency, honesty, all of it. And at the end of the episode, I'm gonna end it with a live performance, or like I told you, the featured guest is gonna do a performance. And I wanna use this as a way to uplift and motivate newcomers, up and coming artists, even work with those that are already in the industry. So most of all, I just want people to tune in and feel motivated, connected, and inspired. Like, I want you to actually watch the podcast and feel like you got something from it. So whatever I can bring to the table, or those that are on the show can bring to the table, I want you to be able to take that and not mimic it, but take that and use it to help you grow as an artist. Because I know a lot of times, like, people don't tell other artists that they're working with the struggles. They don't tell other artists that they're working with what it takes to create a song or a hit or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So that's what I can tell you to expect from a future episode. That's all the time I got for the Q&As today. Make sure you stay tuned for the performance coming up next, and don't forget to participate in the hashtag Open Verse Challenge. It's your boy, Mr. LeVar. We part for now, but never too far. Subscribe to the channel for more bars with LeVar. Till next time. Girl, don't blow